What is going on, everyone's? We here and we back with another episode of
Is My Point Valid?
Yes, indeed. We are here. And y'all know how we get this thing started. We'll go ahead and get into what you know good. So, what you got for 'em, baby?
All right. This week, I got some goodness. Okay. So, currently, I'm listening to an audiobook. I wasn't able to physically read anything yet, but I'm listening to an audiobook called Hood Feminism, Notes from the Women That a Movement Forgot. And this is by Mickey Kendall. It's going pretty good. I can come back next week and tell you more about it. I can tell you right now, but I'm in the process of listening. Next up on What You Know Good, I watched a documentary on HBO titled Frederick Douglass in 5 Speeches. I enjoyed it a lot. I didn't know, really about some of his personal life, and they touched on some of his personal life. I am definitely interested now in purchasing his autobiographies and really reading them. I added that to my cart, so I'm gonna have that book soon. But in this documentary were people like Jonathan Majors, who we talked about I think not last podcast, but before. Denzel Whitaker, Jeffrey Wright, my girl, who I don't think she gets enough credit, but her name is Nicole Bahari, and Coleman Domingo. This was also with Henry Louis Gates Jr., the guy who does the Ancestry on Channel 8. He had something to do with this, and so he was an executive producer. But the 5 speeches that they did touch on this documentary are I Have Come to Tell You Something About Slavery, Country Conscious and the Anti-Slavery Cause, What to the Slave is the 4th of July, the Proclamation and a Negro Army, and the last one, Lessons of the Hour. Each of those 5 people that I did just speak about, they touched on each of these speeches. I can't think of his Andre Holland, I believe. He was reading the autobiographies in the book, in the documentary. It was really good to me. If you want to know more about Frederick Douglass, it's on HBO. That's golly. That's all I had for what you know good.
Well, all righty then. Moving
fast.
right along.
I want to get right into the topic.
So let's go ahead and get into the topic. So let them know what we're talking about today.
Does it ring your bell?
That could go many different ways.
Exactly, I know.
Reference.
We were having a conversation and you said something, and I was like, "Hey, okay," but men wearing a ring, how you feel about it, how I feel about it. Women wearing rings in a marriage, that's the conversation. So, does it ring your bell? You can ring my bell, ring my bell, yeah, ring it. Okay.
Alrighty then. Well, where you want to start at, baby?
All right, so the first thing I have is a wedding band something of importance for a marriage?
For me?
I mean, that's what this is about.
Not so much. I mean, I think it's important for a woman to wear a ring, but for a man, speaking off of just me, I work construction. I do a whole lot of different things with my hands, and this is not an excuse. It's just one of the reasons why I don't feel like I should wear a ring. I mean,
if I bought one,
it will probably be an occasional thing.
That's what I'm saying. If I bought one, because if I buy one, it would be something so pretty. It'll
have to be something I wear on the weekends or something like that, because, like I say, I deal with a whole lot of different machinery and things like that at work, so I can't have my fingers getting caught up. And
so it's interesting that you said you wouldn't, but how do you feel about me wearing a ring?
I mean, honestly, that's your choice. I don't care either way.
For real?
I
I've been
really
wearing
don't.
it. Oh,
Hey, if that's how you feel, I mean, say we know what it is.
yeah. I still like my rings though. I guess that comes up to the next question of should a woman wear her ring faithfully? And so I guess what you're saying is if you have that understanding of what you will do in your marriage, we're both in this Facebook group. I think it's called the Marriage Club. And
Mm-hmm.
woo, them women be having some rings, I tell you. And I know we get caught up in a ring. I remember like one of our first episodes of Is My Point Valid is it just a piece of paper? So we spend all this money on rings, right? Weddings, and we have to, then we lose focus of, I think we lose focus of what the marriage should be about. I ain't even gonna front. I tell Brandon all the time, I want a bigger ring. Like I do want a bigger ring. I have four rings. The I only wear 3 of them though, because I didn't need the other band. But the first 2 are the original that I got, like from when we were married, and so I wear those faithfully. Okay, and then this other one, the bigger one that I got, I don't remember. It was just one of those random things where he just brought me a new set of rings. And at the time, I thought I did want these, like the bigger set, but I was like, ew, I like my rings better. And it didn't matter. Like, I think women get caught up in how big it is, because like
Status.
Right. If the bigger the ring, the more he loves you. That's not true. And I think I did get caught up in that. I want a bigger ring. I want a bigger ring. Why can't I have a bigger? But it's like the ring.
It really don't matter.
It don't matter.
Just like the weddings don't matter.
But I tell you this much, I'm gonna get my big ring. Because it's something I want. I know it doesn't equate to how much you love me. I know it has nothing to do, but I want a bigger, like, you get what I'm saying? It's just because it's something I want. And I enjoy wearing my ring. Some people do not wear a ring. Like you said, some people have that understanding of, hey, I'm married.
So what else do we need to prove?
I don't know. Do you think it helps being in like a store or anything?
It helped. I'm gonna say this. Now I can't not. This is something that this is statistics, or not even statistics. This is what I've heard. I've heard that people approach you more when they see you with that ring.
I don't know.
But I do know that nobody else wants you unless somebody else does.
You think so?
Yes, absolutely. People will look past you. It's just like in business. People will look past you all day until it's popular to fool with you. And then here come everybody.
You think so?
I
don't
know so.
I don't get no action.
So ain't nobody ever came up to you and tried to
like in a store.
Story time.
I say story time. You don't say story time. You messed up. Here it goes. Story time. No. But I don't know if these men who have approached me were looking at my hand.
Half of them don't.
That's
like for me,
right.
I don't even remember which hand it goes on. I know the finger. But if I'm looking at a woman head on, it's like I don't really pay attention to a finger. So I know men who are trying to approach you aren't paying attention to your finger.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think they're paying attention. I think they see. They see me.
They see what they want to see.
They see what they want to see, and then, but me and my smoothness, it ain't even smooth. It's just because I know this is a cop out too, because I don't have to say anything or go any further. You know how some men have women like pinned, and women feel like they're obligated to talk or give information. As soon as I'm telling y'all, as soon as I'm married. Oh yeah, one time, story time. One time, I was at Walmart. This is just one story time that I'll tell. But I was at Walmart, and it was me and Isabel, and it was in the morning time. We were going to the truck, and I didn't see the guy sitting in this vehicle. So he pulls out, and he kind of, these men who I encountered, they having a issue with blocking me in. Like I said, they blocked me in, and when I'm saying block me in, he was like, his car was pulled behind the truck. So I was like, what the hell is going on? And so then he walks up to me and he was like, hey, I don't even remember, this was a while ago, but it was to the point where I was just like, I'm married. And I held up my hand. He was like, oh, yeah. He was like, well, is it black love? I was like, what does it matter? Like, I'm telling you, I'm married. He got in his car and he went on and everything.
It might have been different if it was white love.
I'm married. Like, it doesn't matter. I'm showing you. But then that also showed me that the ring did not matter in that part. You get what I'm saying? Like,
that's just like,
it was just
a woman telling the dude, I got a boyfriend.
Right. Well, yeah. That was.
Care. I ain't asked you that.
He did, right. He didn't. But
the
it was
sky
just like,
is blue.
So, but I know that I be trying to do the ring. It was this another story time at Target. Another guy, he came. Who did I have with me? I don't remember who I had with me. But I dropped a freaking bag, and so my stuff went out, and I saw him already. So I had saw him, but I had to get my stuff. I was like, and so if I hadn't dropped my bag, I would have been gone. Like, you get what I'm saying? I dropped my
boy was an opportunist.
Man, I dropped my stuff, and he was like, "How morning time again? How you doing this morning?" And all this, it was just like, I'm married. I held up my hand. I'm married again. I don't remember what he said, but he was an older guy. And I'm like, what you trying to be a sugar daddy? Like, what you doing? And
don't pay for it.
I know we're talking about rings, but inside that, I'm looking, like, in all these situations, I have my daughters with me, and you don't care?
Nope, you're a good mom.
But that was neither here nor there. But it was just like, so what do I do with that? If you're a mom and you get approached a lot, put your children in. I always have my girls when I am out, how some mothers, they be having the babies in the carts and they be I put my children in first, then I put everything in the truck, and then I'm the one outside. So I'll get hurt. You get what I'm saying? But yeah, those have been the approaches, and it's just like, the ring does not matter. They're thinking in their heads, and this is just for me, they're thinking in their heads, I see something I like, I'm going to approach it, and it is what it is. And
pretty much.
I'm glad that in those two encounters that I'm speaking about, that they've had sense enough to leave me alone and leave it at that. I don't think, some people have been maybe fortunate or, be harassed in that sense. But and then another thing, you look them suckers right in their eye too. Don't you like, but yeah, it's interesting. This next question, I ain't write that out right. Should a man you read that?
Should a man wear a wear?
Should he wear a wear? But do women approach men like that?
Like I say, I don't know from firsthand experience, but
do you think it could happen?
Yeah, absolutely.
Man, I'm looking at your
Some women will.
But then
some women will approach a man knowing he has a situation.
Yeah, I was just thinking.
And I mean, it's easier. It's like, I'm gonna do what I need to do with you, and then you go home. You get away from me. So there are women out there who do look for that in a man. Look for somebody who has a situation. So it's like, I'm not obligated to you. You're not obligated to me. We do what we do when we're around each other. But other than that,
yeah,
it's out here.
Ew.
These streets cold blooded.
Yeah, I think you do. Like some women see a ring and be like, okay, I'm gonna see what see, and then
Sometimes it may be a game to see if you will allow things to happen.
right, and I think without a ring, people could assume that you're single or whatever. But that's where the honesty level has to come in, and you have to be like, hey, I am married. I got a family. This ain't what it is. I just don't wear a wedding ring.
And I'm gonna tell you like this: black men don't cheat anyway. So
if you don't go out that window with some little Duval theory,
black men don't cheat.
Anyway, is this all an illusion? Is what he said is an illusion? Now, is the ring an illusion?
Yes.
It's fairy tale. It's not. It's make believe.
Because at the end of the day, we can make some paper rings and put them on.
I don't want to wear no paper ring. Hey, it's gonna get wet.
I don't want to wear no real ring. It's gonna get. It's gonna stick to my finger or something.
If I buy it for you, see, I'm about to get what is it?
It sticks to my finger.
If I buy you one, but I've never.
If I put it on and I leave it on too long, I ain't gonna be able to get it off. So then I can't go to work.
Be quiet. No. Here's what I know.
They told me I can't wear jewelry at work. So that's chains, that's rings, that's all of that. You can't wear it at work.
Okay.
Matter of fact, I know a dude who done turned the doggone because he don't want to wear the real one. He got a little piece of metal that he found on the job, and he stuck that on his finger.
His wife ain't give it to him.
No, the job gave it to him.
He married to the job.
He married to the job. That's why they don't never go home. They like, man, we're gonna do 50 hours a day. Okay.
But if I know that for a fact, if I purchased Brandon a ring, I did not, as you can see, he would wear it. He wouldn't, and I wouldn't expect you to wear it to work. But if I buy you something, I do expect you because that, and then okay, here's the thing.
Hear ye.
You bought me these.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't buy them for me to sit in a box.
Well, actually, I bought them for you to have, whether that's on your finger or in a box.
If y'all see me not wearing my rings anymore, okay?
Hey, I ain't mad at you.
Okay.
I'm Tupac.
Okay.
Yeah.
If y'all see me not wearing my rings anymore, and I place them in a box.
I just know it warms my heart to know that you have them. You
keep saying silly things.
I'm being honest. Right now, I'm doggone Future. I'm just being honest. You feel me? But
you are picking all the wrong people to say on here today. Future, then black men don't cheat. What's going on?
I'm just being honest.
That's not.
I'm speaking my truth.
Okay.
I'm shaming the devil.
So today I'm taking off my rings and I'm gonna place them in a box and I'm gonna leave them in there for the next 20 years.
And like I say, it just warms my heart for me to know that you have them.
People aren't buying rings to place them in a box.
That's not what they buy them for.
You're placing it. When you placed the first two on my finger, we were making a vow in front of God.
Absolutely. But the ring is not the bound. It's not the binding of it. No, it's not.
It is.
No, it's not. The ring is just a sign.
The ring reminds me that I'm married. Since you talking reckless,
so you wouldn't remember if you ain't had a ring.
No,
you would forget.
I forget.
You be like,
I'm not married. See,
ladies, don't tell nobody that. That don't even make sense.
What you've been saying don't make sense.
Everything I've said thus far has made sense. My points are valid. What y'all think? Y'all think my points are valid? I think I do.
So I'm gonna walk around ringless.
Huh?
Woohoo!
Hey, if that's how you feel, like I say, it's heartwarming for me to know that you have them. So as long as you
I'm gonna buy
have
a
them,
necklace and put them on my neck.
that's cool too.
That's stupid.
You can look down and be like, "Oh, I remember.
That's dumb.
I remember."
That's
You
yeah.
can be like, "Who is you?" "Oh, I remember. I remember now."
That's dumb.
Yes, goodness. But
Wait.
most men
Ooh.
do not wear rings. That one was fake.
All of those were fake. It was
That-
pretty
That was a
though.
whole bunch of diamonds for $100.
I do, honest to goodness. Okay, so I like wearing my rings. I like the fact that I'm married. He gave me these rings.
You like the fact that you're married?
Okay, I do like the fact that I'm married, but that wasn't what I was saying. I like wearing my rings.
Mm-hmm.
You gave them to me.
Yeah.
I'm wearing them. What was I about to say? Now, when you upgrade my ring, I don't want one of them real diamonds. You can get me one of them lab diamonds that are man-made, because you know you don't want no blood diamonds and all of that.
Lord.
You know? Yeah, that's a thing.
I know it's a thing, but Lord.
Oh, you want to get me real? I don't really want, like.
I'm gonna get you a pearl.
But I'm not born in, it's April? I'm a sapphire.
Where you want a sapphire?
September.
Oh, you see that fat
I
finger?
see it.
God, dog. See, that's what I don't want right there. I don't want that.
But they make them cool. They even make what are those, like the plastic ones or some type of material that they use for men where it's just, you don't have to have like the tightness and everything. And my rings, I'm surprised my rings like fit. So the Western traditions of wedding rings can be traced to ancient Rome and Greece, and they were first associated with the marital dowry and later with the promise of fidelity. Oh, the modern exchange of rings derived from the customs of Europe in the Middle Ages as a part of Christendom.
Europeans. Was they giving rings in Africa?
I don't know.
Good question.
It don't say. Also in the Middle East, the puzzle ring was a historical custom. This ring consisted of several pieces that joined together into a cohesive band when worn properly. The object of this style of ring was to render it very difficult to put on the finger properly, such that if the wife removed it, her husband would know. Like, goodness. I think people, people take it seriously. I take it seriously. I know that does not bind my marriage together, but I do enjoy wearing my rings because my husband gave them to me. And I feel that if I gave you a ring that you would wear it, or, because I gave it to you and it's something that you would cherish. I cherish it. So, to each their own. I know for me, like I said, enjoy wearing my rings. I don't have a problem with Brandon wearing a ring. It's never been no big thing. I know who he is committed to. I'm assuming that this is who, the fidelity, and all of that. I've never been like, what? It's never been any of that. I do know what type of ring that I would create for him, and I would want him to wear in those moments of when he does not have to work construction anymore. See, watch.
I'm always working.
When he's not working construction anymore, he will be wearing this beautiful ring.
Well, I really can't I can't wear rings in photography either, because when I hold the camera, it kind of messes up my grip.
All right, that's it for that topic. I don't even care anymore.
All right. But that was good.
Before
we go ahead and get up out of here, y'all know we got to hit him in the head one time for your mind with On This Day in Black History. All right. So, on this day in 1932, Richard Spikes is known for improving the automatic gear shift. On February 28, 1932, he received a patent for automatic gear shift for cars. Shout out to that black man.
It was hard finding, because somebody else had created it. Mm-hmm. He improved it. Yeah. But looking at the information online, it was like he invented it. No, he didn't invent it. He improved it.
Yeah.
He got the patent for it.
He got the patent for it.
And they was like, this is better. Let's use his.
Yeah. So he did what's been done to him all these years. He took an idea and made it better and got money.
Put it into action. He was really, Richard Spikes had a lot of other things as well. He was real into cars. And then he has, I think it was like 8 patents he has. So he wasn't playing.
Hey, shout out to black people and their inventions and their improvements.
Yeah.
Because oftentimes we are not recognized for the things that we do. So shout out to Richard Spikes and his invention. I mean, not his invention, his improvement of the automatic gear shift in cars that we're probably still using today.
Oh, yeah.
So that was on this day in Black History. And once again, thank you to everyone who tunes in, everyone that supports the Stock of Family Values. Is My Point Valid? Camille and I, we want to thank you from the bottom of our hearts. Be sure to check us out on all podcast streaming platforms and like, subscribe, comment, and all that good stuff on YouTube. And we'll be back with y'all next week with a hot new topic for your mind. Y'all stay blessed. Continue to do what y'all do, and we're going to continue to do what we do. And we out this thing.
Bye.
Peace.